I mean, we've got a list of questions. We've literally got this reel of questions. I don't think we're going to get through them all. But do you think you can kind of, because a lot of us aren't in academies who are sort of taking youth football quite seriously, and nutrition is one of those things that I think there is a lot of information out there, right? There's a lot
Yeah.
of information, and it's like we kind of know what the right thing to do is, but for me, there's also quite a lot of stuff around the mindset behind actually making a change, actually
Mhm.
changing habit. What do you see about that for young people? Do you have to work with parents?
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's such they're so closely linked, like psychology and nutrition, because it's essentially you're asking someone to change their normal habits, the way that they would normally eat, their normal cues, like if I'm hungry, I'll eat. If I'm not hungry, I'm not gonna eat, sort of thing. But you have to try and break that and get them to think of food is fueling you. And you're not, let's say, a regular person who can go off those cues because you have that extra stimulus and training that you're doing every single day. So you need to kind of think of it as something that's an extra, an add on. But I think the biggest thing is trying to find what motivates them um, as an individual and try and use that to change their behaviors. And that's the biggest thing. Like if a lot of research has looked into the power of finding a motivator. So if that for someone is getting picked to be in the starting 11 every single week, how do you relate what you're telling them and the nutritional benefit for that to happen? And then I guess in terms of working with parents for youth athletes, 100%, like at the end of the day, the parents are in control most of the time of what those players are going to be eating and the choices they're going to make around food. So I think it massively has to be a dual approach. And we take that approach throughout the academy all the way up to even under 21. Sometimes we're still working with parents because they are still really reliant. A lot of them still live in their family homes. And I think it has to be a dual education process that happens so that we're equipping the player themselves with that nutritional knowledge and they're able to make autonomous decisions around nutrition themselves, but they can also be really helped and guided by their parents along that journey.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And how old should we be starting this sort of education program? When your kids are starting to get into grassroots and sort of moving through, like, is it ever too early to start? And what should you be starting with?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think right from birth, like children are growing and developing, and if we can help allow that to happen in a healthy way, then that's surely a good thing. So, and nutrition can do that. I guess football specific, we currently work with under nines, from like under nines up, but I would say under nines to under 11s, it's very basic education and it's around like creating a healthy plate, understanding the different food groups and the importance of them and what they do within the body. But I think even like pre-academy, under sevens, under eights, there's a massive benefit in getting them to think about nutrition from a really early age and get them to understand that it has a massive impact on their football performance, their growth, their development. So I think as soon as possible, getting them to understand the importance of nutrition is the best way.